Okay, hello everyone. Okay, by now you would have written your lyrics. Okay, you should have done this last week. What we're going to do now is I'm going to give you some time, about a week or so, before your recording is supposed to happen, for you to edit your lyrics. So how are you supposed to go about this? Okay, you can choose to get a friend to help you. Okay, meaning you exchange with them and then you help each other to give feedback, or you can choose to do this on your own, or you can do both. So what are we editing our lyrics for? Three criteria. The first one is meaningfulness of your lyrics. Okay, so point 1A is there enough description or details for your audience to understand how you're feeling and what you're saying? So some of you, when you write, okay, you know what's going on in your head, but we don't know as your audience. Okay, so you have to see whether there's enough details. Sometimes you want to be a bit, like cryptic, like a bit mysterious. That's okay, but at the end of the day, if nobody understands what you're saying, then it's a waste of effort, right? Okay, so go and see, is there enough description or details? Nursery rhyme people, this doesn't really apply to you unless you added on your own, which some of you did. So you can go and see whether that kind of helps to explain what you're feeling and whether it's linked to that nursery rhyme. Okay, then how you're saying it, that's point 1B. So the meaningfulness of it also depends on the vocabulary that you use, the phrases that you're using. Are they relevant to our context? Our context is Singapore, right? As much as we are globalized, there are certain things that maybe only Singaporeans will understand, okay, or things that Singaporeans may not understand. So if you're using some random lingo from like the middle of Australia or something like that, okay, nobody's going to understand you. So please make sure that the vocabulary you use is relevant to the context. Okay, some of you who like literature a bit more, you may also want to do some word painting or imagery, metaphors, things like that. That's also helpful to give you more impactful and meaningful lyrics. So that's point number 1 for meaningfulness. Okay, next is the flow. So for flow, 2A, what you're saying. Do your lyrics flow in terms of meaning, or does the content not seem to link to each other? Okay, so I cannot go talking about something in the first 2 lines and then the next 2 lines totally no link to the first 2 lines. So I need you to go and check your lyrics. Is there a flow? Do I flow from point to point? Okay, and then for 2B, how you're saying it. Are you able to use any rhymes to help smoothen the lyrical flow? So it's nice. I know I said it doesn't always have to be rhymes. Okay, like mine didn't always have rhymes, but it helps to make it smoother, especially for rap. Okay, so you go and see, are you able to incorporate rhymes, change a bit here and there. Sometimes your friends are able to give you more perspective for this, especially for this part. Finally, the ending. Okay, so this is the third and final criteria. So what you're saying, okay, there's 2 points, A and B. Firstly, I know they kind of overlap, but it's a slight difference. Okay, does what you're saying make sense as an ending? Okay, so does it feel like an ending? Like, okay, in the video teaching you to write lyrics, he did say that you kind of end with like not just all negative, like there's some kind of solution, or that it will cause your audience to think of the solution themselves, for example. Okay, so does what you're saying make sense as an ending, or does it sound like it's in the middle, or does it sound like it's the start of a new problem, new rap? It's your ending. Okay, that's a bit problematic. Okay, 2B is, does it wrap up your content in a logical manner? Okay, so see, does it have that summarizing, not really need to summarize like an essay, but like a rounding up kind of factor. Okay, this part also is good to have a friend to give you the perspective. And finally, how you're saying it, 3C, is it memorable? Okay, memorable meaning sometimes it can be memorable by like ending with a really good rhyme. Okay, or ending with a really good, the beat, the music will help here, but for now, just think of the lyrics themselves. Are they memorable? Does it leave your audience in awe or pondering about what you've said? Or are they just like, oh, it's over, oh, it's over? I mean, you also have that feeling, right? Sometimes when we do performances in class or people give a presentation, it sounds like, that's the ending, seriously. Okay, so you go and get this perspective. Really, it's very helpful to have a friend to give it to you. So I have this template, okay. When you click on the link for these slides, right, you would have been able to make a copy of it. Make a copy means that you are able to edit it. So that is what this table is for, okay, for your friend to give you feedback or for you to give feedback. Okay, so it's self meaning you or your friend. It's up to yourself to decide. Okay, that's why it's called self-feedback template. And then this is a slide. I just put the numbers all the way to 16. This is for you to work with. But finally, you will submit on a Google form. Okay, so the Google form, you just click on this Google form, the link in your copy. Okay, and then you submit so that you are ready to record on 29th April. I hope that clarifies everything. If you need any more help, you can always email me, okay, or post on the questions, and I will help to respond. But if it's just pertaining to your lyrics, try to get a friend's perspective first, okay, and then I will help to give you additional feedback if you desire. Alright, that's about it from me. Thanks for watching. Have fun editing your lyrics.